Hello, my name's Tim, and my esteemed colleague Eric and myself are going to be are going to show you how to perform a scheduled preventative maintenance on a Physio Control Lifepak 12 defibrillator and patient monitor. This PM is scheduled for, or should be done once every 12 months, but really it should be cleaned and at least generally inspected after every use. Before we get into the PM, you want to make sure you have a couple pieces of equipment. First off, we have a Biotech defibrillator analyzer and a Dale safety analyzer for electrical safety. To get started, basically we want to do a visual / quantitative test on the unit, which basically entails doing a visual inspection for cracks on the case of the unit, as well as a visual inspection of the cart. And as you're doing that, you want to be sure to make sure that the surfaces are clean and free of dust, and that any unnecessary stickers be removed. Basically just have it look presentable for a medical facility. Next, we're going to verify that the AC cable is of hospital grade, which this one is not, so you'd have to fix that before you put it back out to get it back into service in the hospital. We're also going to check the ECG cable, and as well as the cables for the paddles. As you're inspecting them, you want to check for any cracks or fraying or exposed wires, as well as cracks or any broken parts on each end of the cable itself for the AC cable, as well as the ECG cable and the paddle cables. Next, we're going to just make sure that the buttons, any push buttons, are not stuck or pushed in and are functioning properly, as well as taking a look at the screen and making sure everything's legible and that all text and whatnot is legible. So if anything actually did need to be cleaned, you would want to make sure you're using isopropyl alcohol solution and never use any type of bleach products. You should never use any abrasive or flammable cleaning agents as well. And that's it.
Alright, now we're going to test the ECG cables, and to do that we've already hooked up the power cable to be able to turn it on, and we have already hooked up the ECG leads to our patient simulator, which is part of our safety analyzer. And now we're going to turn the unit on. And we've already have the simulator set to 30 beats per minute. And as you can see, it is reading 30 beats per minute right here. And here's our heartbeat. And now we're going to select different leads and make sure they're all working. This one right here is paddles, so it is, since it's checking the paddles, there's not going to be a heartbeat on that. And here's lead 1. And lead 1 is reading 30. We're going to set that to lead 2, and it's still reading 30. We're going to run through lead 3, and this one is the AVR. This one is the AVL, and it's there, it's just barely noticeable. And this one is the AVF. This one is, I don't know. They seem to all be working. So now we're going to set it back to lead 1. And we're going to set this to 120 beats per second, or per minute. And verify that it shows 120. And since we already ran through all the lead settings, we're just going to assume they work for 120. And now we'll set it to 240. And verify that it reads 240. And that is testing the ECG leads.